Well, hello. Oh my goodness. I had test the mic and everything, folks. Sorry about that. Thank you, Mary, for letting me know that there was no sound. I hope that perhaps you saw my little notice that I'm back, and I had inadvertently muted myself in StreamYard, which is something I've never done before. So that's exciting. Now I know what matters is looking down to see whether I've muted myself. We learn from experience what matters. That's why you shouldn't get hung up on decisions. Just make one, and then the world will give you more information. All right. But again, getting back to deciding what matters, uh, as I said earlier in the week, I come from a rather existential perspective that we make it up. What matters is made up, and it evolves. I mean, there's certain universals I think that matter to human beings. And something has to go terribly wrong in life when basic values are not held in common, like not killing people, you know. Uh, However, we develop in different ways and we have different things that matter. And I was starting to talk about ascertaining if you're not sure what to do next, what to do. And I was also saying, thanks, Mary. And I was also saying that should is not the way to find out. What should I do is the wrong question. That is because should, usually a should question, is not connected to any visceral desire. Desire, feeling, that's the harbinger of what matters. Underneath a feeling is a belief, is something, is a value. Like I'm hungry, it matters that I eat something. Not starving. That's a very high value. All right. So, what should I do is not a good question. More solution focused questions are what I recommend. What do I want? What questions? What do I need? Very important question. How questions? How can I contribute if what matters to you is being helpful? Okay. So as soon as you ask yourself, what should I do? It to me, it's a cue to tune into what is going on. All right. So if you are somebody who knows you should brush your teeth, but you don't, if you say I should brush my teeth, you probably will not, because you are satisfying a different need. There's something else that matters to you more. Maybe it's flopping in bed because you're exhausted, right? So, or maybe it's that you can never find your toothbrush, all right? And so, what matters is to get on with things, and you're too restless to find it, all right? So, what matters is dealing with the underlying problems keeping you from brushing your teeth. What matters is what matters is an organized bathroom so I can find my toothbrush. What matters is winding down at night early enough so that I brush my teeth before I'm too exhausted. All right. What matters is usually below the surface. Not that far below the surface, though. And this is the thing about the trends we're in now, as I've referenced Simon Sinek in the big picture, finding your why. I think that's awesome. Go find your why. Go to a 4-day workshop and find your why. Just don't wander the streets looking for it and never deciding to take any risks, because unlike Joan of Arc, you haven't been struck in the head by voices telling you what to do. That's a problem. A coach I know says that indecision is a form of self-abuse, and I agree. It renders you paralyzed. Better to make a decision than to just stand there trying to figure out with your brain what matters, what you should do, what's more important to do. Okay? I think decision making and mattering are connected. And the faster you can make decisions many times, the more you get on with what matters to you in life. Now, we were talking about toothbrushing. I'm an adamant toothbrusher. That matters to me. Not brushing my teeth is not one of my problems. Why? Because as a kid, I got traumatized. This was the 60s, all right, by pediatric dentists. This guy, he used to have a cigarette dangling out of his mouth while he was drilling fillings, right? Wasn't into babying you. I think I bit his thumb once. And I would have 17 cavities as a shot. So you can imagine the trauma. Well, I will avoid that at any cost. I will get out of bed to floss my teeth. It matters. Pain is a clear indicator of what matters. It's why a lot of people do not take care of their health until something happens that threatens their life. Nice if you don't have to wait till that point. But here's the thing. If you're not doing things that are good for you in the short term that and instead you're doing things that are gratifying, but in the long term, they're going to be harmful, like any kind of addiction, chances are you are still acting on what matters, but not consciously. What matters usually has something to do with assuaging pain and feeling good. Why do I keep smoking when I know I should quit? Excellent question. What is the smoking doing for you? Well, it calms me down. It keeps me from overeating. Well, what causes you to overeat? What causes you to feel anxious? Getting to the cause and addressing that is what matters. I need to find a way to take the pressure off myself at work. I need more love in my life. I need to find other things that feed me. All right. So really what matters is very close at hand. It's usually standing right next to you going, look over here. But if you're looking out there for what matters, as if suddenly you're going to stumble upon it and, angels on high, you're off base. You're just a little off base. A lot off base. Okay, it's close at hand. Sometimes all that matters is taking the next breath. So, in summary, stop asking yourself what you should do. Ask yourself, what do I want? What do I need? Or how can I help? Now, I would invite you, I'm going to post this after the fact, to subscribe to my newsletter, because I have a free gift that goes out when you opt in that addresses this very issue. It's called my 3-step guide to taking your next step in life, right? It's essentially about how to make decisions. It is my runway method of decision making. This guide will help you do the inner exploration needed to find the meaning that's living in you so that you can enact it right now and start taking actions that will allow you to create meaning in your life and do the most important things to you. So I suggest you do that. Subscribe. Anyway, Thursdays is the day, people. Thursday's the day from now on that I'm going to be coming by and talking about this and that. So if you enjoyed this and if you think I hit the nail on the head in some way and you think of somebody who might need to hear it, please share, please like, please subscribe, all of that. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.